Hey guys, in this video I will show you the best Sova lineups which I find the most useful and use them in a lot of my games. And let's start on Ascent. This first arrow is gonna reveal anyone waiting in front of a lamp. Just stand in the heaven, place your crosshair on top of this edge, on top of this wall, take your recon and you full charge and jump and you release the arrow at the highest point.
Revealing area.
Another similar arrow which you can use is you want to place your crosshair on the corner of this wall and you simply full charge.
Scanning ahead.
This arrow will reveal anyone on long and in front of long as well. When I am defending A side, what I like to do is this simple double shot dart. I just stand in this corner, look up and place my crosshair into this connection, like this. Then I free charge.
Revealing area.
Then I go down and place my diamond on top of this connection, like this. And you simply two charge.
Scanning ahead.
And all together it will look like this.
Revealing area. Scanning ahead.
I've gotten many free kills this way. If I'm playing as a tree and I hear them taking the orb right here, I just do this simple shock dart. I just aim in the middle of this square right here and I do double bounce and full charge. That way it lands perfectly in the back and can deal some damage to them. When I'm attacking, the best arrows are these. Firstly, you want to get in this corner and now you want to see this, the biggest spike, and you want to aim at the top of this blue spike which is inside of it and just at the tip of it. And you take out your recon and you two charge.
Scanning ahead.
This lands perfectly on the wall and covers the whole side. And this is what the dart spots. If they've been breaking the chuck dart, you can do from the same spot this one. You just want to place the space between your diamonds on the top of this spike, or like this. You just place it there, your diamonds, and you two charge once again.
Scanning ahead.
This lands on this roof, and this is what the arrow spots. You can also try doing this shock dart. You just wanna aim on top of these leaves, up below this top of the tree, right here.
Right here.
And you full charge and send there the arrow.
Area.
And this arrow will spot anyone who is hiding here at the tree. Now I will show you a simple shock dart on the default spot. You just wanna stand on the right side of this metal thing, like this. Then you wanna look up and you see the biggest spike which is peeking out. And you just aim at the point and the top of it, like this. And you just simply tap the shock dart. And this will land fast on the spike. Now let me show you a simple double shock dart. Just once again stand in this corner. Now you wanna look up and you wanna place this hard line on this little dot, which is under where you wanna place it, like right here. You will be placing it on this dot, like this, and you simply free charge.
Shock dart.
That's the first one. Then you go down and you just aim at the top of this smallest, shortest spike, right here. And you simply tap it. Altogether, it will look like this.
Shock dart.
You wait a bit, and you shoot now.
Shock dart.
And this lands perfectly on the spike. On mid, I like to do this arrow. You just wanna peek fast and shoot the arrow between this window, like this.
Revealing area.
This arrow will find anyone hiding in tiles and anyone who might be going mid. Or if you just wanna get info for sure, you just aim here and you one bounce and full charge.
Scanning ahead.
The arrow will land right here and find anyone who might be hiding on mid, all the way up to this top mid part. On mid, you can also do this arrow at the beginning of the round. You just want to aim between those windows and you simply full charge into that spot.
Scanning ahead.
And this is what the arrow spots. He spots anyone who might be here at pizza and anyone who might be close at this wall gate. And you can wall bang these walls if there's anyone spotted. Another one is you just wanna stand in the back and you wanna see the top of this, and you just aim where this shadow of the roof is, and you place your cursor right here and you full charge.
Revealing area.
Arrow is gonna land perfectly right here, and it's gonna spot a little bit in the market and anyone pizza, spawn, or
Right here.
these close corners. Another arrow which is very useful, you just
Right
wanna
here.
aim right here and shoot there your recon.
Scanning ahead.
That way it's gonna reveal pretty much anyone who is holding
Right here.
close, and also people who are
Right
in
here.
market. If I know that the enemies are pushing tiles a lot, I just play mid and do this shock dart at the beginning of the round. I just aim to the left of this island and I one bounce and just left click. That way it's gonna bounce off the wall and land in the middle, and this is the way where if you would peek this shot,
Right here.
you will definitely get damage for a lot. So I do this once and you can do 3 damage at the beginning of the round easily. If my team is going B, there are 3 arrows which I use. First one, you just aim at
Right
this, at the top of this tree, at the highest point, and you full charge. Very simple, and this one
Scanning
is
ahead.
probably one of the best arrows, since it reveals most of the spots. Anyone who is here, market, and these
Right here.
stairs, and also the whole site. There's another useful arrow, you just wanna stand in this corner, and you place your crosshair at the bottom of this chimney, like that, and you full charge.
Scanning ahead.
This lands on the bottom of the tree and reveals anyone backside and more of this line. However, it doesn't get you more info, so this one is good if you wanna maybe use your ultimate on site. And the third arrow is you wanna stand in this corner and you wanna find this wires, and there is this little connection in them, and you just aim below it and you one bounce and full charge.
Revealing area.
This is one of the greatest arrows, and it reveals anything who is anyone who is spawned, more of this area, stairs, and also market. However, it doesn't get you info if there's anyone in the lane. When you are retaking B side, you just wanna do your recon like this. You just aim at the tree and shoot there, and then you wanna get into this position and wallbang anyone who it spots. Also, this arrow is great if you wanna do it from this market, works the same way, and once again you should combine it with wallbanging these walls. If I'm in clutch situation and I'm on spawn, I just do this arrow, I just bounce it off this wall, one bounce and full charge.
Shock dart.
Super simple and deals so much damage and can get a free kill as well. If I'm defending B, there are 2 arrows which I like to do. First one, I just simply aim between those 2 bricks and I jump and left click like this. Anyone who already pushed in tunnels is gonna get spotted and it's hard to break arrow, so they would have to turn around, and I usually spam with Odin or Ares this wall. Or if you wanna get more info, you just one bounce and full charge in the middle of this,
Revealing area.
and it lands in front of tunnels and get you info if they are coming short or if they are waiting here even. It depends if the arrows gets broken or not. Also, if the enemies are pushing and I hear them, you can do this shock dart, just bounce it off this window. This is where if they are close to pushing, you can do it. It depends how you wanna bounce it off. You can do it a little bit further. That way it's gonna let more in the back, but you get the point. This is also a great way how to deal a lot of damage to them. And lastly, there are these 2 new arrows that I've learned, and they've been very useful for me. If you are in 2v2 situation or 1v1, you can fake the other side, and you just place your crosshair on top of this vent to the left top corner, like this, and you one bounce full charge.
Scanning ahead.
The arrow will go all the way on A side, and it even spots players if there would be anyone heaven, if they are on site, and it lands here, and most of the players will think that I am close in front of A, so they will all rotate and I get a free side. And you can do the similar thing from A to B, just stand in this corner, and you want to place your crosshair above these window shutters, right, like this, and you one bounce and full charge once again.
Scanning ahead. And
it lands perfectly right here, and it's a great arrow. It it spots a bit of spawn, market, and also site, and it's very believable that you are in front of B site, and they will always rotate, and you get yourself really on A site, and you can get yourself a great position. When the spike is already planted, what I like to do, and if I have my recon, I just shoot my recon right here. You full charge, and that way you can spam anyone through this wall once again, and it gets everyone to spawn and to market. Or you can do it on the other side as well, on top of this wall, like this, and works the same way as that one. Once again, you can spray through this wall. Now back to A side, there are a few more arrows. First one, you wanna line yourself like this, and you wanna aim below this, right side of this window, and you one bounce and free charge. This arrow I do when I hear the enemies closing the doors. I just do this shock dart, and it gets me a free damage on them, and sometimes even a kill. When you are retaking, you wanna do your arrow on this wall, your recon. It really doesn't matter, but you don't wanna overpeak, so I usually do it like this, and that's enough for me to get enough information. It spots the whole side, so the only two spots that you worry after that are under heaven and behind the generator, and also this long. You can even do your recon bolt like this. You just double bounce and full charge of this wall, and it lands under the heaven, and then you can spray and wallbang enemies under here. However, you can do the same thing on the other side as well. You just double bounce and full charge on top of this, like that. It bounces off and lands like this, and from the below you can wallbang that. However, what I like to do is to shoot my arrow right here. You just full charge and shoot it there, and it once again reveals all the heaven, and it can get you more information since the arrow is here, and it gets further and even in this cabin. But not only you have to do your recon, you can also do a shock dart, and once it got me a few kills as well, like this. You once again double bounce and full charge, and it lands on the top, and if you hear them, they are coming close, you just do this. And once again, you can do it on the other side as well. It lands in the back and can deal damage to the guy hiding here. If I am in heaven and I hear enemies plant, there are these two arrows which I like to do. First one is this simple one. You just one bounce and two charge, and it lands in this corner, and usually when you are planting you will go this way, so it can once again did a lot of damage to players. Or you can try to doing this double shock dart. It's a very simple one. You just take out your charge bar line. For the first one, you place that bottom left corner of the charge bar like this, and you two charge. Then you go down and you place that bottom left corner into this red gap like this, and you just press it. So altogether it will look like this. And it lands behind this generator and can get a free kill for you. And lastly, there is this arrow which I like to do. Just stand next to this wall and find this steep area on this cloud, and you just place your crosshair in the middle and you free charge.
Revealing area.
And it lands perfectly on this wall, and you have time to get yourself in heaven, and then you can spray with it through this wall. Now let's move on split. When my team is attacking, what I like to do is this. I simply stand in this corner, I hop up on top of this, and then I place my crosshair. There is this corner of this building, and I place it right here, and I two charge.
Revealing area.
It's very simple, and it's a good arrow for info. Very good recon bolt. You can see it here, anyone here, or even the rafters. Another arrow which can be useful for you is you wanna hop on top of this flower pot, and you just wanna place your crosshair on the edge, on the left side of this building right here, and you just full charge and you jump and shoot. This is one of the best arrows, once again, since it lands right here on this spot. It sees a bit in here, a little bit screens, a good amount of heaven, and perfectly in these corners. Or you can try doing this arrow. You just want to stand in this corner on spawn, and you will be placing the end of your hardline under your HP right here, like this. And then you just simply full charge and one bounce.
Revealing area.
And this arrow will land nicely on the corner of this screen, uncovering anyone who might be backside, heaven, and these corners once again. When I am defending on A, there are a few arrows that I like to do. First one is this one. I just simply aim on this bar, which is holding the roof here, and I just shoot it there with full charge.
Scanning ahead.
This one lands perfectly on the side and uncovers anyone who is in these spots. From a rafter, you can do this arrow as well. You just wanna shoot right here to this board.
Revealing area.
It's gonna land like this and uncover anyone who might be pushing here in May, or they are here on stairs. If you are playing on this ramp, you might try doing this arrow. You just peek a bit and you see these leaves, and you just aim at the bottom of it like this and you full charge.
Scanning ahead.
This lands super fast and uncovers anyone who might be pushing and anyone who is here in front of A. Also, if you wanna use your ultimate, you wanna get into this position fast, so you can do this arrow. You just wanna shoot the arrow right here.
Revealing area.
That way it spots anyone here, and you can then use your ultimate and kill them in this straight line. If I know that the enemies are coming, I do this simple double shock dart. I just stand in this corner and I use this grass here to line it up. Firstly, I place it under the left diamond on the bottom of the diamond like this, and I double bounce and full charge. That's the first one.
Shock dart.
Then you are using your bar line, and you are using the second line on the bar line, which is crossing through this light like this, and you just simply one bounce and tap it,
Shock dart.
and both of these darts will enter perfectly here, and it's gonna look like this.
Scanning ahead. Revealing area.
And I've gotten so many kills this way. If you are taking A, you wanna go to heaven and do this amazing dart. You just wanna line yourself up like this, and then you just simply full charge
Scanning ahead.
on this back light, and it's gonna land here, and it's gonna spot anyone who is backside, and even here,
Right here.
and everyone in this elbow. Super amazing dart, and they won't shoot it. Now let's move to B side. I like to do this dart. It's pretty simple. I just stand in the middle of this booth like this, then I aim between this car sign and this building right here, and I recon with a 2 charge.
Revealing area.
I do this every time we decide to push fast the side, and it's gonna spot most of the basic spots. But this one is not the best one. I found few more here. You can do either way you wanna. If you wanna get in this corner, this is just pretty much really amazing one, and you aim at this corner, at this road, just right here, like this, and you one bounce and full charge.
Scanning ahead.
And it's gonna go all the way here, and it's gonna land there pretty fast as well. And what's amazing about this dart is that if you will do the same thing, once again aim at the same spot and you double bounce and full charge,
Revealing area.
you can use it as a shock dart on the default spot right here, and it's super cool to do. But overall, if we are rushing with our team, I like to do just simply this dart
Scanning
on
ahead.
this wall,
Right here.
on these things right here, and it's pretty much enough. You want to do this on this AC so it's not covered, and when it lands on this AC, you see behind the side anyone who might be camping this close corners in heaven, and everything on site is super useful, and you have to only worry about the right side, which is close to you. If you want to have an arrow specifically for heaven, you just want to get in this corner like this, and you see this light, and you want to use your charge bar line, and you place it so that this first bar line is in the middle and it's touching this bottom part of it like this, and then you simply full charge.
Scanning ahead.
The dart is going to go through the roof and land here on this back side, And you can even add a bounce to it so that it lands right here and it's harder for them to shoot and spot immediately. What I love to do on split is this amazing climb up to heaven in the first round. And you just want to stand on this second stair, hug this wall, and now you want to aim in the middle like this. There is this star. It's hard to see, but trust me, you will see it in game. And then you just take out your charge bar line. And the first one is one bounce and full charge. And you line it up with your bar line, and the top of the bar line is touching this. So it's gonna look like this. And it's full charge. And the bar line is touching this corner. Then you do the second one. You just move a bit lower so that there is this lighter area and you want to do it in the middle of it. And that one is just a full charge like this.
Shock dart.
And all together it's gonna look like this.
Shock dart.
These arrows will go through the roof and land right here.
Right here.
And if there's anyone who might be holding this angle, he's gonna get killed every time. This is so cool to do. When I am retaking B side, there are two arrows that I like to do. First one is, once again, on this AC, you just aim a little bit above it and you full charge. Very simple. Or you do it on this wall, like this.
Scanning ahead.
Once again, a full charge. And both of these arrows can get you a lot of information. Mostly they work behind this pillar, and this one works as I showed you before. It shows pretty much everything. And lastly, there is this simple shock dart which you can do in the tunnels. Just hide behind this box and aim between the top of these handlebars, and you double bounce and full charge. That way it's gonna land on the default spot pretty fast. You wanna stand right in this corner, and then you look up and you see these plates. You will be using this plate only. Now take your shock dart and you will be placing the bottom of the left diamond right here on this corner, like this, and you two charge.
Shock dart.
Then you go down and you aim in the middle of this plate right here, and you just simply tap it like that, and all together it will look like this.
Shock.
These shock darts land super fast and can work pretty well for you. Another simple shock dart which you can do on this plant, you want to go behind the showers and into this corner behind this little box. Now you want to look up and there is this big gap in the leaves, and you will always be looking for this one, and you simply aim in the middle of it and you free charge.
Shock dart.
This shock dart lands pretty fast and can deal a lot of damage to when I'm defusing. If we are defending, you can try to deny the plant with this shock dart from heaven. Just simply stand in this corner, and now you will be using this line and you will aim in below this little yellow line right here, and you double bounce and full charge. And this will land right here, dealing a lot of damage to anyone who plants. Or you can try to deny plant here, once again from the same spot in heaven, right here in this corner, and you will be aiming simply at the bottom of this line, right here. And you one bounce and two charge. It's gonna land right here, dealing a lot of damage to anyone who plants. When we attack on A, there are a few recons that I like to do. First one, the most simple one, is I just simply stand so that there is this gap between those two walls, and I simply place my crosshair like this, and I jump when it's full charged, like that.
Revealing area.
This arrow lands super fast and usually gets me a one scan at least, scanning anyone who is backside,
Right here.
even here,
Right
or
here.
spawn. Another arrow which I like to use is this one. I just simply place my crosshair in the middle of this gap, a little bit higher though, just like this, and I full charge.
Scanning ahead.
That way the arrow lands perfectly on this corner, and it scans the backside, the
Right.
bench, a little bit of
here.
heaven, and this
Right.
corner as well, and it sees a little bit right here as well too. So this is a very useful arrow. When I'm coming out of showers, there's this simple arrow which you should do as well.
Scanning ahead.
It's very simple, you just hit this wall and it scans the whole backside and gets you spots like these as well. Very simple and very effective. And lastly, on A side there is this simple shock dart which you can do to deny the plant. If your teammates tell you that they are pushing A, you just wanna place your crosshair into this shadow, into this corner where this bar is and this shadow is, like this, the top left corner of the charge bar, and you free charge.
Shock dart.
This arrow will land perfectly on anyone who's planting and can deny the plant or at least deal some damage so that it is easier to retake. Now let's move to attacking B and let's start with the basics hookah arrow. You just want to stand in this corner when there is a barrier and you are hugging this corner of the wall, and you will place the right diamond on the left side of this little chimney, or just like that. And you can 1 bounce, 2 bounce, it doesn't matter. What I like to do is 1 bounce,
I'll find them.
and you just simply tap the recon
Scanning ahead.
like this. It bounces off this wall and lands perfectly right here, super fast, revealing anyone who is hiding on this side or right here. But he can be still in this corner and in this corner. So these are the only 2 corners that you should check. If I am defending, I like to do this arrow. I just simply stand on top of this and I place my crosshair. There's this line in the wood and I place it on the corner right here. And I simply 2 charge.
Revealing area.
This arrow is gonna land pretty fast right here and gonna spot anyone who is pushing or he went this way too long. And it's super useful arrow and usually gets you a scan the first time you use it, pretty much always. From the same spot you can also do this. There is this line and there is this other one, and if you do the other one you have to free charge.
Scanning ahead.
And it's gonna get you info if the enemies are in this hallway. It's gonna land right here. You're gonna spot anyone who is here or here. If you are going on B side and you wanna do a simple recon, just get into this corner in front of the teleporter, and you will be placing your crosshair on. You see this white piece on the roof. You just place your crosshair in the middle above it, like this, where there's a sky. And you 2 charge. Pretty simple to remember, and it's gonna land in the perfect spot right here, meaning that anyone who is hiding behind the side, in this cubby, or even little bit, or here or on long, is gonna get spotted. This is one of the best arrows. Or you can just simply full charge it to the back of this wall, and it works the same way, and it does the job as well, done pretty much as well. If you spotted anyone in backside, what I like to do is do these shock darts. I just simply stand here behind this hiding and I use this line to pretty much know where to aim, and I just simply 1 bounce and just tap the shock dart, and it's gonna always bounce off and damage anyone who is in this line, since usually when you are playing backside you are usually moving in this area, you are never holding this back angle or all the way to this, so this works the best and I've got a lot of kills this way. If you know that there's anyone hiding right here, you can do this arrow from hookah. You just want to aim to the right side of this, pretty much under this tip of this triangle right here, and you 1 bounce and full charge. This arrow is gonna bounce off this since it's not straight and it's a little bit it goes to the side, so it's gonna bounce off here and hit him. If you know that there's anyone hiding in cube, you can do arrow to the side right here and then wallbang anyone who is there if he gets tagged. When I'm playing Sova, what I like to do is going long and doing my recon right here. So I just simply aim at that corner of the wall and I send there my recon, and this recon is gonna land once again perfectly on this corner, revealing anyone who is hiding here on site. If your teammates told you that there's anyone hiding in cube, you can do these shock darts. You just want to line yourself up like this so that anyone in this cubby cannot see you from there. And you will be aiming on top of this blue wall, or on this blue paint on the wall. And you double bounce and full charge. Or you can just simply one charge. If you double bounce, it will land in the back, or if you one bounce, it will land right here. And you can deal a lot of damage to anyone who's hiding in the cube. If you are the guy in the cube, you can do this recon. You just want to aim in the middle of this sign, and you one bounce and you can full charge.
Scanning ahead.
And it's gonna land right here on this wall, revealing anyone who is pushing to side. And when you are hiding in this cube, it's easily wallbangable, so you can be either on this side or this side and then spray through it to anyone who gets spotted by the arrow. With Sova, I like to play on B side when I'm defending, because I can always get this orb. There are two arrows which I use for it. I recon dart this wall, the middle of it,
Area.
and it's gonna land through here, revealing anyone who might be coming. Or the other one, if that one is being destroyed, I do it on this billboard in the back, and it works the same way. Once again, spots all the way here and here. And if I don't spot anyone and the arrow is not broken, I just simply take the orb, and you can get your ultimate very fast with this tactic, and it's very useful on bind. Recently I've learned a new double shock dart right from this corner, from sniping. And you just want to place your shock dart icon into this corner, and then you free charge.
Shock dart.
Then you go down, and there is a line between your mouses on shock dart. This one, the top of it, and you place it below this orange thing on the pole, and you two charge.
Shock dart.
So altogether it's gonna look like this.
Shock.
It will land right here, and since it's a pretty tight spot, it can get you a free kill if the enemies are pushing. Firstly, when we attack on A, my favorite recon is right here. I just aim at this spot, on this wall, right here, and I either try to hit it here or here. It doesn't matter, and it works pretty much the same way.
Revealing area.
Now, if it lands right here, this is everything that it spots. Everything under this generator, heaven, and under heaven as well. And also here and here. If that arrow is being destroyed a lot, you can just do simply this
Revealing area.
to bounce it off this wall and hit it right here. That way, anyone who might be sitting on rafters is gonna get spotted, and once again, anyone behind the side or behind the generator will get spotted again. There are also two shock darts which can be useful. First one, you wanna stand right here in front of this orange rope and on this yellow line, and then you aim at this connection right here, and then you one bounce and two charge. This can be used in an after plant situation, or if there's someone hiding here. And the second shock dart, which can be useful, you just wanna stand on this line, doesn't have to be super precise, and you will aim on this tip right here, and you will double bounce and two charge.
Shock dart.
That way it's gonna bounce off twice and hit anyone behind the generator perfectly. When I am defending on A, I do these three arrows. First one is very simple one. I just send it on this wall, and it usually gets first time I use it, it's gonna reveal anyone. If that one is being destroyed, you can try doing this one with one bounce and full charge.
Revealing area.
It's gonna bounce off, and it can confuse the enemies, and they won't pre-aim it anymore since it will bounce off here first. Or you can just simply try to hit this wall,
Revealing area.
and then anyone who will be pushing here is gonna get spotted as well. If I am retaking A side, I go to these stairs, and there is this gap, so I just simply make this gap as small as possible, and then I one bounce and two charge into this wall. And it's gonna bounce off perfectly on anyone who is planting here. And it's simple, and it's very simple and quick lineup which you can try to do. And usually it can get you a kill or deal a lot of damage. If I'm attacking and my team wants to go mid, I just simply go, there's this barrier, and I just simply stand here, place my bottom of the left diamond on top of this symbol, on top of this square, like that, and I two charge simply.
Revealing area.
That way it will land behind right here.
Right here.
The player here might not spot that and he can get easily revealed, or it will reveal anyone there or there.
Right here.
There is also a second way how you can do it. You just wanna line yourself that this corner is close to this one, but it's still visible, and you just place your crosshair there and you one bounce and full charge.
Revealing area.
That way it's gonna land right here, revealing anyone who will be on top of this platform. When we are attacking B side, I do this amazing arrow, this recon. You just wanna stand in this gap between those two containers right here. And then you place your crosshair into this little square. Imagine that there are these black and yellow stripes, and you place your crosshair right here into this position. And in one bounce and full charge,
Scanning ahead.
this arrow will land perfectly right here, and it's gonna reveal anyone behind the yellow or anyone hiding close. And from the same spot, you can do one very useful arrow as well. Just place your cursor on the same position, however this time you will 2 bounce and full charge.
Revealing area.
It's gonna bounce off behind this yellow container, and it can get you another useful info that there is no one hiding here or anyone who is on site. When we are retaking B side, what I like to do is just simply stand in this corner and I place my left diamond, the left side of the diamond on this first, I don't know what this is, oxygen tank or something, and I place it right here, and then I simply 2 charge.
Scanning ahead.
And once again this arrow will land right here, revealing anyone who is hiding behind the yellow or in this cabby or in this hallway. On B side there is this simple double shock dart. You just wanna stand in this corner, and here you can see these 3 stars which are aligned with the border with this wall, and you will place your crosshair into the highest one, on the highest one, and you 2 charge. That's your first one, and then you go down, and as soon as here will be written bounce, and it just has to cross or touch the top of the container, and you just simply tap it and it will go over it. So altogether it will look like this.
Shock dart.
And these arrows will land right here, and anyone pushing is gonna get insta kill. There is one cool trick which you can do on B side. You just wanna stand behind this box, and when the enemies are coming, you wanna double bounce and full charge your arrow of this wall, and you just do it.
Scanning ahead.
The arrow will land right here on this wall super fast, and before enemies break it, you can stand here and wall bank anyone coming. And this is super useful to do, and if you would even hear anyone planting, you just start spamming this wall, and it's super easy to get many kills like that. When I am retaking A side, my favorite arrow is to hit it on the corner of these walls, just like this, and you simply full charge there,
Revealing area.
and when the arrow lands, it spots pretty much everything on site. Anyone who is here,
Right here.
here, or at generator. Super useful arrow and gets you so many information. Another useful double shock dart which you can do, you just wanna stand in this corner like this, and then you place your left diamond into this spot like this, and then you need to charge.
Shock dart.
And for the other one, you wanna aim in the middle of this wall, like literally in the middle, right here, and you 1 bounce and full charge. So altogether it will look like this,
Scanning ahead.
and it can deny a
Scanning
plant.
ahead.
These arrows land super fast and can get you a kill. The first double shock dart is here on long. You just wanna stand in this corner next to the sandbags, and you will be placing your right diamond on top of this, like that. And that's your first one. And you free charge.
Revealing area.
Then you go down, and you just place your crosshair a little bit below this corner, so that it might be aligned with this one, like that. Pretty simple. And you 2 charge.
Scanning ahead.
And altogether it will look like this.
Revealing area. Scanning.
It lands pretty fast and can get you a free kill. Another useful double shock darts are here on this default plant, so you can either deny it or use it maybe in a post plant situation even. Just wanna stand in the middle of this frame, plank in these darts, like that, and you will be using your own drone wheel, the left one, and you will be placing it on top of this light bulb, like this. And you simply to charge, that's your first one. Then you go down, and once again you will be using your drone wheel, and you just go down and you want to place it next to this connection on the roof, so that way the head of the drone is aligned with the bottom of it, like this, and it's just simply a tap.
Scanning ahead.
So altogether it will look like this.
Scanning ahead. Revealing area.
This one can get you so many kills if you are there on time. And last double shock dart which I use is here in this corner. You just wanna look up for it, and there's this pretty much circle of these from these leaves, and you place your crosshair in the middle. Super easy to find, just look up and you place it in the middle and you free charge.
Scanning ahead.
That's your first one. Then you go down and there is this tip of the mountain, and you place your crosshair on this tip, and you 1 bounce and 2 charge.
Revealing area.
So altogether it will look like this.
Scanning ahead. Revealing area.
Lands pretty fast and can get you free kills once again. One of the most useful recons which I use on A side every time when we go there, I go into this corner and I find there is this steep hill, and I aim at this corner of this, on this mountain right here, and you simply 2 charge. It lands pretty fast and gets you so much info. It's one of the best arrows, I'd even say. It lands right here and it spots anyone who is here behind the side in this corner, and even players in this corner as well. So it's very useful to do this one. If you wanna recon side and you are already on long, just hop on top of this stone, and you wanna place your crosshair anywhere on top of this side of the wall. Just you wanna see it, and when you will 2 charge and jump
Revealing
like
area.
this. Super easy, lands perfectly, and once again uncovers so many spots on site, and your enemies would only have to worry under heaven,
Right here.
maybe spawn, and this corner.
Here.
So it's super useful and get you so much information. If I have my ultimate ready, I sometimes do this recon. You just simply get in this corner and you will be using your HP bar line, and you will place the tip of it on this corner of the building, and you simply free charge.
Scanning ahead.
Super easy to do and it can be really useful. Then I go right here, and if I spot someone with this arrow, I ult them, since enemies won't see this coming. If you decided to push B, you can do this arrow. You just wanna hit either of these sides of the wall.
Revealing area.
That way, when it lands here, it gets you info in the backside,
Right
anyone here, and either here, or if you landed it right here,
here.
right here. Super useful. On B, there is this simple post plant shock dart which I remember. You just simply place your crosshair into this most top left connection, and you 1 bounce and just press it.
Shock dart.
Super easy and lands pretty fast as well. Gonna land right here on this default spot. Another recon which you can use, which can be surprising for enemies, you can shoot your dart through this,
Scanning ahead.
like that, so that way it lands on the roof, and anyone who pushed, anyone who's here is gonna get spotted. When we are pushing B side, I love to do this arrow. I just simply place my crosshair on top of this or into this gap somewhere right here. Doesn't have to be super perfectly precise, and you just simply 2 charge. That way the arrow lands here on the back side, and usually it spots at least once someone, and it spots a lot. Or there's even one more better arrow, but you would have to go in this corner, and you just simply place your crosshair on top of this, a little bit below it, so that you don't accidentally hit it here, and you full charge your arrow.
Revealing area.
This arrow will land right here on the roof, and it's gonna spot the whole site. Anyone who is pretty much anywhere is gonna get spotted. Even people are here, here, literally everywhere. With Sova, I like to play on C, and at the beginning of the round I do just two very simple arrows. First one, I just send it on the back of this wall, and I know if they are coming, it will either spot them or they will break it. That way I can give info to my team. Or I just simply shoot the arrow right here. There's this bigger tile on the roof, and I just simply full charge it there at the beginning of the round.
Revealing area.
That way it lands right here, and once again can get me a lot of info if the enemies are coming through this gate. Either they get spotted or it gets broken. Another cool arrow which you can do, you just simply stand in this B-link and place your crosshair right here, and you one bounce and full charge on this wooden area.
Scanning ahead.
This arrow will bounce off and land right here in the back, and you can get ready with your Odin and spam through these doors or through
Right here.
these sides
Right
of the
here.
wall. Super easy to get so many kills. I really recommend it with Sova. When you are taking C, there's the simple arrow. You just wanna stand somewhere around this connection, and you place your crosshair next to this window, next to the bottom of it, right here, and you one bounce and full charge.
Scanning ahead.
This arrow lands super fast and gets you so much info. Anyone who's in the back, or on site, or even a little bit of this cabe. When you are taking A side, there's this God arrow which you should always do if you are playing Sova. And you can either shoot it
Revealing area.
on this side, like on this corner, and it gets you so much info. It reveals literally the whole side, anyone short, or literally everywhere, unless they are deep short, or
Right here.
still here, or really deep under heaven. Another useful tip that you should know if you are here on spawn and you hear them planting, you can do this arrow. You just simply place your crosshair on top of this, where there's wood once again, not just a wall. And you one bounce and free charge.
Shot dart.
That way it's gonna land on this default spot and can get you a kill or at least some damage or even deny the plant. And lastly, if you are retaking from heaven, you should use your arrow right here,
Right here.
shoot it right there. That way
Moving ahead.
it gets you so much info. It lands right here, and it finds everyone under heaven or literally right here, pretty much anywhere. And if you have a high penetration gun and you spot someone under heaven, you can shoot through this wall, through this floor, and kill them. And lastly, this is my favorite shock dart on heaven. I usually play C, so I do this shock dart when I hear them coming to B. I double bounce and free charge, and it lands right here, and it can even deal damage to anyone planting or anyone who might be pushing. Once again, super useful. The first spot is right here. You wanna stand in this corner at this cannon, like this. Come here and you just get stuck. Then you wanna look up and you wanna find this bush or these leaves at this cannon, like here, right here. Then you take out your charge bar line and you see where it says charge. You wanna place your H or A in this little hole, which is right here. This one is very simple and very effective, and you simply free charge.
Revealing area.
The dart lands here in the backside, uncovering anyone who might be hiding here, and also anyone on site. From the same spot, you can do very similar shock dart. Once again, stand there, as you did before, and now you wanna find these leaves which stand down from the others, these. And you wanna find the biggest one and the gap which is right here. You place your crosshair right there, and you free charge once again.
Scanning ahead.
This dart lands on the side of this water slide, and this is everything that it spots. It spots the backside, as well as anyone who might be right here. This shock dart, recon dart, is also very useful. Lastly, recon bolt on B side. You can stand next to this cage like this, and you wanna find this flagpole which you can see, and you wanna place your right diamond on top of this tip like this, and you simply, this time you do charge.
Scanning ahead.
This one is gonna land on the roof like this and spot anyone who will be hiding behind this wall or here on side or backside as well. Another shock dart that you can do at the beginning of the round, and if you want to get some early info, here is gonna be a wall.
Right here.
So you wanna get stuck in this corner, which is right here, and now you look up at this arch, and there is gonna be this line, which is the closest to the edge of the cloud, or it's the third one, the one in the middle, and you just simply aim below it or next to it, and you simply press it.
Revealing area.
That way it will go all over these walls and land right here, getting you the early information if the enemies are pushing right here. Now let's do some mid arrows. There are 2 arrows from this spot. First one, you wanna stand next to this pole, and then you look up, and you wanna find this bush on the edge of this fortress. And you simply just aim at the highest tip of it. And you simply free charge.
Scanning ahead.
This one is gonna land on top of this roof, finding anyone who might have decided to push this area
Right here.
or anyone here,
Right here.
and also people who might be wanting to challenge you. That's the first one, or you can do the second one from the same spot as you did before, but this time you will be aiming next to this corner to the right of it, like this. And once again, you simply free charge.
Scanning ahead.
This arrow can be very annoying for the player who is gonna be hiding in the nest. If he has an operator, he will have to turn around to destroy the arrow, and you will find him immediately. If you are playing the nest on mid, and you want to get early info if the enemies are mid, you just simply get in this corner, find this window, and place your crosshair right below it. Then you one bounce and full charge.
Revealing area.
And this arrow is gonna land fast here and find anyone who might have decided to push mid, or anyone waiting here. Now let's move on to A side, and the first arrow, if you want to spot enemies pushing A, this elbow, you just simply aim at the beginning of the round where these 3 lines meet, right here, and you one bounce and full charge.
Revealing area.
This arrow will bounce off right here into this annoying spot, meaning anyone who might be pushing is gonna get spotted for sure. If you are retaking A, you can do this simple arrow. You find this line right here, and you put your crosshair next to it. This one, and your crosshair is gonna be next to it, and you simply free charge.
Scanning ahead.
And it's gonna land there, finding anyone who might be in front of the pyramids or in
Right
this
here.
corner. From the same spot, you can do shock dart as well. You wanna find this leaf and just place your crosshair next to the wall as you did with this one. Just want to be in the height of this leaf. And you one bounce and free charge once again.
Shock dart.
This shock dart is gonna deal damage to anyone who might be planting right here. And also, I should mention, I think the best shock dart if the enemies are pushing inside is that you're gonna hit this roof. You just simply place your crosshair a little bit above the corner of it, and you full charge.
Scanning ahead.
And this arrow is gonna spot pretty much anyone. If there's anyone coming from short or from showers.
Right here.
If you have decided that you wanna push A with your team, the best recon that you should always do is to hit this wall.
Revealing area.
But if you don't wanna reveal yourself that much, firstly, it's gonna hit anyone right here, or anyone having behind these boxes, or even behind these pyramids. But if you don't want to reveal yourself, I've found this very useful arrow. You just wanna get stuck in this corner like this, and now you wanna look up and find this right, I don't know what it really is, this metal thing, and you place there your HUD line like this with your HP to the top right corner of it, and you simply full charge it.
Revealing area.
It's gonna take a while, but I think this is the best arrow that you can really do, because other arrows are gonna get stuck here or on top of this wall, on top of the roof. This arrow goes straight through this wall to the back side, uncovering anyone here or even on at the switch, or also behind the pyramids and behind the boxes. So this is a very useful arrow, but the only downside is that it's gonna take a while till he gets here. If the bomb is planted on B and you are retaking B side, you can do this simple recon bolt. Just you want to crouch here behind this box, and there's this little spot where you can see the sky, and you just simply aim there and full charge.
Scanning ahead.
This dart will land perfectly in the backside, uncovering anyone hiding right here or in this cubby, and also anyone who will be on site. And lastly, I would like to show you this double shock dart that I found. This double shock dart works if the spike is planted right here. You just want to go behind these boxes and want to stand. For the first shock dart, you will be standing right here. And you simply take out your shock dart and you place your mouse, the icon, mouse icon, like this. So that way it is, the bottom half is on this gray place and the other one is in the sky, like this. And you simply not full charge, you free charge, like that. And it's gonna land like this. For the other one, as soon as you do this one, you turn around, go in this corner, and you wanna find this black brick, and you simply aim in the bottom left corner of it with a double bounce and full charge. So altogether, it's gonna look like this.
Shock dart.
And you wait a second,
Shock
and then
dart.
you push play. You can time it a bit better than I did, but you get the point. And it works pretty well. So that's all for this map. For now, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like for more useful tips and tricks on Breeze. I will make sure that I will make more guides, but first I need to play this map more to understand where people usually play. Bye!